Welcome back to another episode of the Mayor's Take. I'm your host, Darrell Hall. Where here we have the Mayor Stephen L. Reed on his podcast. Sir, how you doing today?
Hey man, I'm doing well. I won't complain at all.
There you go.
Things are going pretty good around the city, so I'm good to go.
It's a lot happening around the city. Before we do that, I want to let y'all know whoever's controlling this weather,
Yeah.
get your life together. Okay, you got on a sweatshirt. Shout out to the bros.
That's right.
I got on a church shirt. Shout out to the Christian bros. You know, God's saints. You know, but there's so much that's going on, so much to unpack, and I want to dive straight into it. So this past Tuesday was Veterans Day, and we celebrated all of those who have served our country. Did you go to the parade?
I didn't have a choice but to go to the parade.
How'd you like it? How was it?
Well, look, the parade was a B.
Okay.
all right? Because you had your Secretary of Defense, or now 47 calls it War, the Department of War, I guess, saying that military personnel could not participate. So people were texting and saying, well, it's the Veterans Day parade, why aren't the military there? Because they could not participate in it because of the Defense Secretary. I'm sorry, the War Secretary. I get it right. Maybe by the time I get it right, they'll be gone.
Right.
But anyway, and we'll rename it back to what it should be. But anyway, the groups, the bands, the veterans groups, all the organizations, the civic organizations, that was fantastic.
Right.
But you got to have the military as part of the Veterans Day parade. And they just messed that all up with this government shutdown and all the foolishness that's been caused.
And with this government shutdown, there's so much going on. You know, it's Thanksgiving time.
Yeah.
You know, I don't buy EBT. But I know somebody who blessed me from time to time.
All right, say less.
It's a lot that's going on for the families that do need it. That's got 2 and 3 kids. You know, they need those things. What's your thoughts on that? Like, what's the problem? How can we fix this? And how do you think the people are really feeling because they're not getting these SNAP benefits?
You know, I think it's really negligence on behalf of the party that's in power. That's the Republican Party.
True.
Republican Party is in power. Executive branch, the legislative branch, Supreme Court, all the way through. They are controlling the branches of government not to be able to make the deal where the government can run on time and efficiently so that people can have access to their food benefits.
Correct.
It's just unfortunate, and I think it shows a callousness. I think it shows a level of disengagement and a disconnection, which is why they got whooped 2 Tuesdays ago in the elections that we saw in Virginia, New Jersey, Georgia, Mississippi, you know, and places like that, because people, I think, understand that you know, they were playing with a lot of smoke and mirrors last year about what they were going to do regarding affordability. And they aren't any more interested in affordability. I'm interested in who's on Mars.
Correct.
They don't care about that.
Yeah.
And so because of that, people have been going not only without their federal paychecks, but people have been going without SNAP benefits. And then when, you know, Governor Ivey wanted to do something here, the Trump administration threatened Alabama and other states, you know, to say, well, we're going to withhold federal funds if you go and do partial SNAP payments. That just shows just a level of, you know, again, disconnection and a level of just callousness that's, I mean, that's really, you don't care if people are going hungry. You don't even care if your voters or your neighbors or your church members, whoever it may be, are going hungry without it. Because you look at the numbers in Alabama, it's majority white and it's majority rural.
Say that. Hold on. Wait a minute. Because you know, they a lot of people looking at us.
Well, of course, you know, they want to make, you know, black and brown folks a snapshot, you know, and the picture of it. But it's majority white and it's majority rural. And listen, I don't care whether you vote in Montgomery or you live outside of Montgomery or you live somewhere in the county. If you're going without it, we want to try to help you any way we can. That should be any government leader.
Correct.
That should be any leader in the private sector. And it shouldn't just be, well, you know, some people just going to have to go without and sacrifice so that we can make a political point.
And that's why we have government assistance for people who are going through certain situations in life, especially during the holiday season. This is the time where the government, at any other time, is supposed to be helping out the people.
Absolutely. And that's what people, you know, depend on. People are depending on their government to come through and to make sure that being a bridge and bringing that level of, you know, comfort and confidence, not forever, but when it's needed, is very, very important. And that's what those benefits are. And I just think it's been, really misplayed. And I think that, now that the government is starting to get back open, that should be something that people should be, in my opinion, compensated for in arrears for what they missed. That's what the government should do. If you can send, billions of dollars down to Argentina for beef and steak, then you ought to be able to help out the American people.
Not
as
millions,
far as I
but
see it.
billions
of dollars.
To Argentina.
Foreign bailout. Just call it what it is.
So do you think that's the reason why a lot of states that were once red are turning blue?
Well, yeah, and listen, I think that depends on the election, right?
Okay.
So I think that, a couple of Tuesdays ago, you saw people come out and push back on this administration and where their priorities are. You're tearing down the East Wing of the White House.
Right.
You're having great gassy parties. You're hiding the Epstein files. You got all this stuff going on.
Wow.
Meanwhile, people are going hungry and people are trying to figure
Yeah.
out how to pay their rent, how to pay their house note, how to stay sheltered during this winter,
Right.
during this fall, early winter season and winter weather. And they're trying to figure out how to feed their families. And there's just a level, I think, from this administration, the Trump administration, that is not connected to where people are around affordability.
Yeah.
And that's what people came out to vote for and what they came out to vote against. And I think that was evident in the elections that we saw from the East Coast
Right.
all the way out through Mississippi. And I think we'll see it moving forward.
And it's almost like we're trying to take out a middle class.
Man.
If you're going to be rich, be rich. If you're not rich, you're going to be poor. So it's like there's no room for a middle class, in my opinion.
No, well, listen, when you're giving tax cuts to the 0.001%,
Yes.
to the billionaire class, and when your commerce secretary is a billionaire, your treasury secretary is a billionaire, your president has become a billionaire while being in office.
Yes.
I'm going to say that again. He's become a billionaire while being in office. Go ask that question. When you have that amount of focus on what can you and your friends and
Right.
your circle get, you aren't concerned about everyday people
Right.
and the issues they may have about trying to get back and forth to work. Whether or not after school care is going to be there for their
Yeah.
kids or grandkids, whether or not, mothers and children are going to have the infant nutritional program that's needed. As you aren't worried about what everyday Americans are dealing with, whether they live in Montgomery or whether they live in Prattville, Deesville,
Right.
Wetumpka, or anywhere else. You aren't concerned about that.
And those are the people that make America.
Oh, and some said those are people who made America great again.
Okay,
So
all right,
the question,
all right.
The question is America going to help them be great again?
Right.
All right. Is the administration going to help them be great again? That's the question.
Yeah.
You voted for that, but are you getting that?
Correct.
And I
Right.
think what we saw 2 weeks ago was that the American people said, this isn't what we voted for.
Correct,
We
yes.
didn't vote for fancy ballrooms, and we didn't vote for commerce and FBI, directors being on private jets and Homeland Security folks. How many private jets can you buy new? Can we get our own private jet from another country? That's a whole other story.
But and that's our money that we're paying our taxes for.
100%.
And this is what they have voted for. They have voted for. And I think it's one of those things that at this point in time, of course, with a lot of changes from states and counties and districts turning from one color to another, I think people are really waking up and seeing, you can't always believe the hype.
No, you got to look, below the surface.
Oh,
and
yeah.
you got to look at the track record, and you got to make sure that what you're hearing is what you're seeing, and what you're seeing is what they're doing.
Yes.
You got to use all of those things
Yes.
when it comes to that.
Yes.
So all of that plays a role, and I think that people have to be careful of the misinformation that's out there. We did a conference in Barcelona around AI and government.
Right.
And it is scary, y'all. Listen, it is scary what AI can do. I mean, sometimes I have to check myself. Am I for real?
Right,
Or
yeah.
am I AI? I mean, maybe
Right.
I'm not even really here. I mean, the things that artificial intelligence can do. So what people are seeing in their social media feeds, you have to be very careful. And I mean, you almost have to triple check, not even double check anymore.
triple, yeah.
You got to make sure that what you're seeing in that algorithm and what you're seeing, on TikTok and Instagram is real.
Correct.
It is really so far advanced that the way we know it, and just seeing that from what government can do, and now what we have to understand, even from a public safety standpoint, to make sure that, again, images that we're seeing, video that we're getting,
Right.
truly is authentic, is surprising. So I bring all that up just to say that for those of us in government trying to leverage all of this on behalf of the people you represent
Right.
is now more challenging than it ever has been. And so I understand how it can be misleading for the everyday voter who's working one or if not two jobs, trying to keep up. They see that this person supposedly said this, they believe it, not understanding that it won't be 6 months to a year later, you found out this is not really what they believe, and this is not really what they meant.
Right. And I love something you said about public safety. So we're going to bring it down to the good old 334. I heard from this little birdie off the corner off west side of Montgomery, the police officers or the police department is hiring.
We're hiring.
And they're not only hiring, and I'm just telling you what I heard. Something about that pay finna be nice. Everybody want a job, but first thing we looking up is how much they pay.
Look, how much they pay? Well, listen, what it is now is more than they were getting paid when I came in 2019. I mean, you're starting out now at $55,000.
Right.
Now, listen, and I hate to say this, that's more than a lot of teachers make. That's more than a lot of other people make. Now, that's a dangerous job, and we understand what goes into that. But it's going to be paying more. We're doing a pay study right now because when we increased our pay 2 years ago to be number one in the state, a couple of cities in the state, I'm not going to call no names, came back and jumped us. So now we're going to do a pay study to make sure we're number one, but we're also going to add a signing bonus.
Wow.
So we're going to make sure that if you come on, that there's a signing bonus, and if you're there, if you're a lateral move, that there's a retention bonus. So we're gonna put some money in your pocket, and we're gonna make sure that it truly is a valuable career decision for good people who want to give back and who want to serve and protect in the city.
And of course, with more police officers on the street, that's the crime rate everybody says it's still up. No, there's still a strong presence that the city of Montgomery and the police chief, shout out to him, is doing an amazing job. The very best that he can do. He can't be Superman and be everywhere all the time. The officers can't be everywhere all the time, but I am gonna need an application. I got 2 cousins right now.
Tell me, get ready for the academy. We got a slot for look. We got a waiting list right now about 900 people.
Really?
So listen, we got to go through those applications. Now listen, y'all, if y'all on that waiting list, don't do anything crazy before the interview, okay?
Please, stay clean.
So just because you're on the wait list doesn't mean that you get in. But I'm just saying if you want to get in,
and even with that,
it's some places you may not be able to party and hang out. It's some things you may not be able to inhale. That's all I'm gonna say.
I'm with you. Get the job. Get this. What they say, that money.
Right.
That's what they want to get, that money. So with the police presence being increased with the city of Montgomery, that means when we do have events coming in, there's a greater presence of the police and for protection and safety for when the people want to come out, especially downtown. And let's talk about downtown Montgomery. I love the Montgomery Performance Art.
Yeah.
I like it. I've been to one show since it's been open. One show. Okay, I'm gonna tell you what we do. Me and my wife will start at the fountain. We'll walk down, use the bathroom. I seen the door open because we heard the music on the other side. We walked in, nobody checked us. And I walked out. That's the one show I've been to. I ain't paid nothing. I felt like I was somebody. We walked out and we went to the exchange and just sat down and enjoyed the nice air. If there's something else the city could bring, what could the city bring that the city council can vote on and allow the people to have more enjoyment for the city of Montgomery?
Well, listen, we are in conversation right now about expanding the convention center, building a downtown arena. I've already seen the initial drawings of it. It is beautiful, right on the riverfront, and we're going to be asking the city council to take a look at all of that in the next month or so, maybe 6 weeks, if we can't get it in before the end of the year. And it's something that will allow us to play in a different convention space.
Okay.
It'll allow us to play in a different concert space. So as y'all were just talking about concerts, if you're not, dating or kicking it with Live Nation or Ticketmaster, you're not going to get the good concerts. So that's what we found out my first couple of years in office. And so it's like, well, how do these concerts going to Auburn and Tuscaloosa?
Right.
Not to mention Birmingham. Oh, well, they roll with Ticketmaster. Well, in Live Nation, the Impact doesn't do that. I don't think Impact wants to do that. I don't think Impact really wants to play to a younger crowd. So we need, those that are in the city to talk to the council members and those folks about, hey, we want to see some younger
Correct.
artists. We want to see some newer artists, and whatever that takes. And it may be this expansion that we hope to bring before the people early next year.
And
That's what's needed.
Even the domino effect, when you have artists that are part of Live Nation and these other big programs, that means people coming from all over.
Oh, no
between
question.
Georgia, Mississippi,
Yes,
and North
sir.
Alabama.
Yes, sir.
They want to go to hotels.
That's right.
They want to see the attractions that downtown Montgomery wants to that Montgomery has to offer.
Yeah.
That's gas stations, small businesses, and vendors. While these big products or big events are happening, that brings money to the city.
Hundreds of millions of dollars to the city. I said hundreds of millions of dollars. And that's our businesses. That's to our hotels. That creates jobs. That
Yes.
creates pay raises.
Yes.
That creates the demand that's needed. All those things that Montgomery has been lacking for a long time. And those are things that are going to make the city more fun. And so when people talk about one bad incident that happened downtown, as heinous as it was, it's like when you have hundreds, if not thousands, of events, unfortunately, sometimes whether you're Atlanta, whether you're New Orleans, whether you're Nashville, Dallas, Houston, you're going to have bad things that happen. And that's the unfortunate part. And we've already added more cameras downtown.
Yeah.
We've already added 2 more drones to the fleet we already had that'll be surveilling downtown and other places, even going into Christmas and New Year's this year. But we got to invest for tomorrow so that when Stephen Reed is no longer here and that next person comes in, you know, there are things that have already moved the city forward and have changed the culture. So people are coming to Montgomery to hang out. They're coming to Montgomery to have a good time, to eat, date night, have a good concert, have a great event. And then we're able to facilitate exactly the type of experience and the type of vibe we want people to have when they come to our city.
And I love to hear that, just for the simple fact of the increase that it brings to the city. I think the last time, from what I can remember, I could be wrong, when Jackson State came down to play out by mistake when Deion Sanders was coaching, the city was blown out.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I'm talking, these people came from Jackson, Mississippi to Montgomery. And the people that I've heard still, I remember, man, they said Montgomery's a nice city.
Absolutely.
Like, you know, nothing against Jackson, you know, but Montgomery's a nice city. That brought, I think, over $2 million within a 2-day time frame.
Oh, absolutely.
Just for the city. So if we can get more stuff, but hear me, Montgomery, y'all got to get used to having something. Don't get too crazy when y'all forget y'all ain't got nothing.
Right.
We have, you know, these nice groups coming down. Don't be tearing down the city. Pick up your trash. We got all these trash cans. We didn't pay for all these trash cans. Pick up your trash. Keep the city clean. So with that being said, before I get to the holiday stuff, I heard there's 2 of my favorite groups, Boys to Men and New Edition, combining together to do this big show, this big tour that's going to start off in Vegas. I think they got a couple other artists that's going to be with them. In the event, like, you got a time frame when we're going to have this built so I can make a phone call and ask them to come on down?
Look, I wish it would be built by the time that they finish the tour. I wish that were the case. I mean, those are 2 of the all-time groups right there. So, that's what we're missing out on. That's what we want to make sure, you know, we build for the future so we don't miss out down the line. Look, when I look up at some of the university towns, you know, have these concerts, I'm like, y'all, come on now. But we got to make sure that we're investing and we're thinking about tomorrow, not just thinking about today. Leaders have to think about the future, not just worry about today. And I think the city has not always, has not done that by and large. And that's why we fall behind in a number of areas. So we got to make sure we improve that, and I think we can. But it's going to take everybody kind of moving some of our electeds and moving some of our business leaders forward that says, hey, we need to really be a city on the move, and we can't do that. You know, we're still living off what happened 30 years ago, if not more.
I love that. So before I go to the next one, which one is your favorite group?
Oh, NE. NE. You ain't got to finish the question.
Really?
NE.
Boys to Men.
What's that?
Boys to Men. That's the group, man. Well, that's my era.
I hear that.
That's my era.
That's
they were the I don't say better version of New Edition. I feel like it was a
Oh, there ain't
continued
no better version.
version.
Wait, hold on. Okay, continue.
Continue.
Okay.
You can't go against Bobby Brown.
I'm about to say now. Wait, look,
You can't-
Bobby Brown got Montgomery, Alabama roots now.
Right, right.
Now.
So with that,
Shout out Mount Meigs. We know.
with Bobby Brown, that's where his family's from. So speaking about that, the roots, we got Turkey Day Classic coming up on Thanksgiving Day. Are you gonna be in the parade this year?
Oh, definitely. I'll be in the parade. Look, I'm trying to figure out what car I'm gonna ride.
Really?
The car I'm trying to get, I don't quite have it yet. So,
Okay.
but I'm working on it.
Now let me ask you this: Can I walk in the parade with you?
What?
I don't know who I got to go through, what paper or application I got to sign.
we can figure out something.
Let me. Now I don't. If after this, if you tell me what kind of car, I know a guy named Elbow off Fairview. He can get you in the car you want.
Hey,
If you let me drive
now
it.
look. One of the guys off Fairview did give me the car I wanted for that New Year's Day parade down
Okay,
Fairview. They
okay.
did have me in one on that.
So
up?
the experience and the history and the culture of the Turkey Day Classic. What is your most fondest memory of leading the Turkey Day Classic?
Oh man, I think the best memory was getting up going to the parade.
Mm-hmm.
This is when the class was still at Crampton Bowl.
Okay. Wow. Yeah.
Then going down with Tuskegee and ASU both had great records and great teams.
Yes.
Bowl is packed out. Come back, catch a little bit of the NFL game.
Right.
Eat all that turkey and dressing.
Right.
Not stuffing. Turkey and dressing. We're gonna start another argument here. Not stuffing.
I don't do no stuff.
Okay. Turkey and dressing. Had that, and then after all that, got in the car to go down to Bayou Classic down in
Really?
New Orleans for Grambling Southern.
What you know about the
that
Bayou
night.
Classic?
Oh, listen, more than I can tell.
Really? Well, I can tell by your sweater.
Well,
I can tell by your sweater. What they got
That's
a tip
exactly
right now ready for you. So speaking of, I do want to talk about it. So
Yeah.
shout out to the men of Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated.
appreciate that.
I know
November 17th, Founders Day.
they do a lot of community service. I was in Texas a couple years ago, and the first Saturday of every month, downtown Houston, they bring out their grills and they feed the homeless.
Wow.
The first Saturday of every month. And I just thought that was so cool of them, and I got a chance to hang out with them. They scared me a little bit. They said, man, drink this. I said, I got to preach Sunday. You know, I done it for church. You know what I'm saying? So, but so you know, when you were online, I got to ask, could you hop?
Of course.
Like,
You can't-
was you up there? Like, was you like, kind of half stepping? I ain't,
No,
I'm
you
just
can't be
asking.
half stepping now.
Really?
You can't be. Listen, you know who can half step? Let me just break this down.
Gonna say it.
The big guys can half step because they big, okay? And nobody really expects them to do very much, but be big, okay?
Right.
But when you got a small guy like me, no, you gotta be able to march. You gotta be able to march now. You gotta be able to do that. Can I tell you one funny story?
Go ahead. I'm ready for it.
Speak. No, the biggest guy that I seen hop was Shaq. Now ain't nothing
Really?
like this Shaq and his young athletic breakdancing Orlando Magic,
Right.
LA Lakers days now. Being at a Q party with Shaquille O'Neal. That big joker right there, that joker right there can mar. That joker, he can hop,
Really?
man. And but I tell you, when that size 22 come close to your face, you see your whole life flash right in front of your eyes, just like this. Look, my boys we got pictures of that. This back before everybody had camera phones. I'm dating myself, I know.
Right.
Shout out to '98.
Okay.
But Shaq, big athletic dude. I mean, just a funny guy, but funny as hell, but unique in he is limber as anybody my size or small.
Really?
He is limber.
Shaquille O'Neal.
Man, that joker right there, I'm telling you.
Now I don't want to get beat up by nobody. Am I allowed to know? Can we know what your line name was?
No.
We can. Okay. Can I find it after the camera?
You might be able to find out.
Okay. I just want to know what they call like. I don't know. Did you
I'm
have?
gonna make you do a little research.
Okay. I know some
I'll
people.
make you do a little research.
I know some people. Did you have a fade back then, or was it all just a slow cut?
No.
What was that?
Low. Fade been out.
Really?
Fade was out by then.
Really?
Yeah, Fade was out. Yeah, ain't nobody had that.
Oh man, I always thought, I don't know, I had this picture where you had this high top fade with that side part like Tupac.
Hey,
and
that was
Juice.
high school. Yeah, that was
Really?
high school. You had to let the fade go by then, dog.
So with the
Right.
Turkey Day Classic coming, the parade is happening. We got the food coming on last week. Let's go to it. We talk about these
I
desserts.
like how you just made that switch
The
right
switch
there.
up. It's my split personalities. We talked about you know the difference between good old banana pudding, sweet potato pie. If you know the difference between being store bought
That's right.
and homemade,
Yeah.
you still up for that challenge?
I'm up for any challenge.
Are you sure? I don't want to.
I'm not up for it. I'm going to win the challenge.
You're a
I'm
real
gonna
deal
win- I'm gonna
competitor,
win the
aren't you?
challenge.
You love to compete, don't you?
That's right.
You think you got this in the bag?
I know I got it in the bag.
My gosh, are you sure?
100.
You know I got it in my bag. My cup's right there.
What's that?
I got my cups. Hold on. Here we go. We finna do this now.
All right. Now this looks like a setup. This is like a setup right here. All right.
This is some banana pudding. Shout out to my friend Tasha with Tiny Sweets. She
hey,
made some of
Tasha,
this stuff.
shout
right
out to
quick.
you.
We're gonna let you taste this.
Okay.
I want you to know. I want to know if they're number one, if bananas are in or out. Let's
All
go.
right.
You need another one?
Another
You need another taste? Go ahead.
taste.
And it's got the wafer on it.
That's what I'm trying to get a little bit of that. Make sure. Okay.
Okay. Homemade or store bought? Take your time. I'm gonna keep going.
Wait, first there's no bananas in it.
There's no banana, and it tastes like what? Banana pudding, right?
It tastes like banana. It's got the good banana flavoring.
Okay. No, not the.
Got- it's got the
really?
good banana
That's
flavor.
so political.
It's got a good banana flavor. This store bought.
Say it again.
This store bought. This store bought.
I take one more. Just one more. Just be for sure. I know we
Trying
on.
to trick me.
I know we on live TV. Tell Tasha to come to this door real quick because I don't know. I just know it's good. They ain't had sugar since Monday, so I got this is my pre-Thanksgiving
You're doing good.
fix real here. You said that store bought?
Yeah, this store bought.
Are you sure?
100%.
Final answer.
Final answer is store bought.
Give me a cup. Give me a cup. Give me a cup. I got one more for you.
Store bought. All right. Fam, I can tell the difference in homemade banana pudding.
Sweet potato pie.
Okay.
Hear me? Take your time.
Sweet potato pie.
Take your time.
That would help if I had a little bit of water and
little
wash
bit of
my
water. I
cream,
ain't
clean
get
my
you no
palate.
water. I'm
That's
sorry.
okay. I can do it without.
Are you
You
sure?
trying to set me up?
I just
That's
want to know,
okay.
do you know what you say you know?
Yeah.
Take your time. Crispy bottom.
It is.
Good balance of the nutmeg and cinnamon.
I can taste that. All right, sweet potato pie.
Sweet potato pie.
All right, I may want to change my answer.
What you think? And hear me. You got to get this one right. The sweet potato pie. You got to get that one right.
Sweet potato pie. Store bought. I do think the banana pudding. I do think the banana pudding could be. It could be.
Homemade.
It could be homemade. But sweet potato pie, that's store bought. I know what that is. All right.
What?
I'm 100.
Are you serious?
But now, the banana pudding could be homemade. Now, all right, so could be in the answer. I know what y'all thinking out there. Get to the answer.
Sweet potato pie.
Sweet potato pie is store bought. I'm clear on that.
That's a patty pie, ladies and gentlemen.
That's right.
Patty pie is made from love and from home, but it's
Listen.
bought from Walmart. It's the best pie in the world.
Listen, but banana pudding I'm gonna go with is homemade. It just doesn't have bananas in it. I've tasted some you know at church. Sometimes you had different people make banana pudding a little bit differently. It tastes a little bit like that, just without the. It tastes like a good Methodist.
Methodist.
It tastes like a good Methodist.
I ain't no Methodist.
Like a
made
Methodist banana pudding. It ain't no missionary Baptist banana pudding.
Okay.
And I'm not missionary Baptist, but I've been in enough churches. I mean, you can't be elected and not know good stuff now and move around 12, 13 years.
So I'm going to be honest with you.
Uh-huh.
Mine's the real one.
What's that?
Mine's the real one. That's the store-bought one.
Oh, man.
God bless you. I didn't know if I was going to lose or not, so I had to come up with something. He was getting so good, I felt like we had to play something. So that's good. You're going to take all these sweets back to the office, be prepared.
So wait,
for
all right, so that was a patty pie.
That's a patty pie.
All right, so I was right, but I was wrong on banana pudding. That's store-bought?
That is store-bought.
Okay, that was pretty good.
He said, and no bananas. No
bananas. All right, that's fair.
You feel what I'm saying?
I that's why I say stick with your instinct.
Now, when we get done, we got 2 more pies we're going to taste. I'm on candle cap right now. I'm going to get you 2 bottles of water and we're going to pray about this thing. Last but not least, we were talking about HBCU weekend as far as Turkey Day Classic. There was a fight that happened between the world famed Grambling and Bethune-Cookman. Now, let me say this. I don't think Bethune-Cookman deserved to be in the SWAC. That's not a SWAC. FAMU, go back. Bethune-Cookman, go back. Your band ain't about it. Bethune-Cookman can't even bring their band because of budget costs. They're just not SWAC material. There's like an Ivy League for the SWAC. And SWAC doesn't have an Ivy League. It's the SWAC.
And they're not no Ivy League.
But they're not, but they have this, you know.
They just on Daytona Beach. That's the only thing. The best thing about Bethune-Cookman I used to tell them is y'all got the beach.
I've been to the beach. It wasn't all that.
That's
I didn't go during college weekend either.
That makes a difference.
Okay.
I'm just going to leave it there. I'm going to leave it right there.
I was out there with all the old folks. So
okay, you going down, going down to Naples, Florida, you want to do all that stuff.
Okay,
Go to West Palm Beach. Go there with the old folks now.
They said this fight happened because one player felt disrespected by another player.
All right.
And he felt like you were not going to disrespect me to my face. Mm-hmm. The coach even supported his team coming up to fight. Bethune-Cookman. Coach said, if you want to get down, we're going to get down too. I'm paraphrasing. I'm doing air quotes. What's your take on that? Now, football is a rough sport. You going to trash talk. We going to bump. We going to hit helmets. It's going to go down. But does it cause all that?
Oh, man. I was trying to decide if I was going to tell the truth or I was going to listen.
I'm with this. The mayor's take, baby. I need to hear this.
We have been a part of sideline fights before.
Mm-hmm.
Yours truly has been a part of that. Again, thank God we had camcorders. So, okay. So nobody was holding the camcorder right here.
Right, trying to watch.
I'm trying to watch the game.
Right.
Everything now is on film.
Mm-hmm.
Everything now is recorded. We played Savannah State. And it was a late hit on our sideline. And then the guy got up and pushed one of our coaches.
Oh, no.
Oh, it went.
We got to throw hands.
It went wild. It went wild. And my memory was, and I know exactly who he is. I ain't going to give up his name right now. My man. Wide receiver from South Florida. That's all I'm going to say. You know how the South Florida boys are.
Right, of course.
Getting the Gatorade bucket and taking that Gatorade bucket and going right over somebody's head. And that was the guy. And it was on from there.
Oh, no.
And it was on from there. 3/4 of their team came over. It was on from there. Helmet swinging, all of that. So, look, I'm going to confess my sins and say that I'm not an impartial juror in this hearing right now.
Right.
So, I do believe that from time to time, your emotions and your tempers can get the best of you.
Right.
And that can happen on the football field. Mm-hmm. And you just got to be able to take whatever comes, with suspension, the fines, and all the things your coach going to make you do for that next week.
Right.
Getting up at what? I'm telling you, getting up in Atlanta, Georgia at 4:30 a.m. In November ain't no fun when it's 30-something degrees now.
I know that's for real.
I don't. It's no fun there.
So, but as a leader, the statement the coach made. Now, I'm not against what he said. I'm looking at the perspective. One is HBCU, so people automatically expect because it's HBCU, this is what they do. And this is not what we do. We play really, really good football. And we have a lot of discipline. We still send people to the NFL just as well. But do you think he could have?
Yeah, he could have and should have.
Dampening his way of showing support that his team going to fight?
100%. Yeah, you fight in between the lines, in between the whistles.
Correct.
You're not supposed to do that as a coach. 20-some-year-old guys, 18, 19-year-old guys are going to do what they do, whether it's on the field, at a club,
Right.
or on the yard, or whatever it may be. But you're not supposed to,
Right.
encourage that. You just say, listen, we don't condone it. We may understand it, but it's not going to happen again, and the guys are going to have to pay the price for letting their tempers, letting their emotions get the best of them. It's going to cost everybody.
Now let's bring this home real quick. Your son playing a rival game. He playing wide receiver.
All right.
He gets a late hit.
Yep.
The whole sideline erupts.
Mm-hmm.
Your son throw the first swing.
Ooh.
Are you for it or against it?
No, I'm against it.
Really?
Yeah.
Off a late hit that could have
Because
injured him?
Oh, listen, here's what I'm going to tell him. You want me to tell you what for sure?
I want to hear the daddy version.
Daddy version is going to tell him, you don't take 15 yards or risk getting ejected from the game, hurting your team. You want to come back, then you wait for your time to come back. And when you catch him slipping, you take him in between the whistle, in between the lines. And then what you tell him is keep your head on the swivel. He'll know what that means. He'll know exactly what that means. Keep your head on the swivel. And that's what you do.
So I'm instigating the situation. He don't make the first swing. A teammate comes to swing for him. Then your son jumps in the fight.
Yeah, listen, he's got to jump in the fight because somebody can't help you. So now that's different. That's different. You can't slide. You can't fade the black.
Right.
You can't fade the black because everybody in the locker room gonna be looking at you like,
right.
Come on, man. Come
I
on, no.
understand
Listen. Hey, listen. We talking about. And look, I just spoke at Achievement Week for the Omegas in Texas. Talking about all the great things our fraternity does, all this stuff. But listen, we had to take it there. We can take it to the step show.
Okay.
We can take it to the step show. What happens after the step show with, the brass and whatever. Sometimes things get out of hand. You cannot fade the black. You got to be in the mix with your LBs, your Sands. You just got to be there.
Right.
It could be your best friend from elementary school wearing some other colors.
You got to.
Just don't get in my way. I won't get in yours, but I gotta be over here, dog. That's just what it is.
I love to hear it. And the reason why I ask because again, you always have these dads that feel like, man, you have some parents that say, hey man, fade and just fade.
No,
I'm gonna tell my son, if your team is swinging, if you know how to angle it right, they can't call your number. Depending on where you coming and depending on which side you're swinging on. You got to be careful on which side. Now, if you see the ref right there, don't hit around the ref.
Right.
I don't want to advocate for it, but if you're going to go, go with some discipline.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, but it's just for those parents that's going into those situations where, there's so many thoughts, but I just want to hear, we always hear the mayor's take, but sometimes as a dad, what do you think with those situations?
Oh, yeah. You got to listen, it's basketball season. I tell people all the time about MPS. I'm like, listen, there's nothing that's happening in MPS that didn't happen when we were there. Now, there's sometimes there may be more of it, and people capture it and share. Again, we didn't have video cameras.
Right.
It may not have been as many X, but it happened.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Whatever it is, so I've never wanted to sit up there holier than now and say this never happened to JD when we were walking the halls. We would have never seen this when we were there. We may not have seen it every day, and they don't see it every day, every week at Lanier or Carver or now Percy Jr. But you saw it and you heard about it.
Correct.
You just didn't. You just didn't see it. It didn't
Right.
upload it like that on social media before you got to your next class. So look, if you take those approaches and you take those actions, you just got to be able to suffer the consequences.
Correct.
Consequences and deal with the penalty of your actions. As long as you want to do that,
go. I don't want to say go for it, but go for it.
Right.
The day after Thanksgiving is probably the state of Alabama's greatest game, the Iron Bowl.
That's right.
Auburn Tigers.
Roll Tide. Auburn Tigers.
I ain't even finished my statement. You got so excited and everything. I got to build it up.
All right.
Auburn Tigers.
Yeah, I need some tickets too.
No,
I hadn't asked for my tickets yet.
I know a guy.
You know a guy? Look,
Yeah.
okay.
He gonna have to get a catalytic converter transition. So anyway, we'll talk about that later. But we ain't got Hugh Freeze no more.
Yeah, that may be the benefit.
I believe this.
Some people call him Hugh
be
Fraud.
That
Hugh Phony.
Hugh Fake, whatever y'all want to call him. I'm glad and they still Got to pay this man almost $32
Oh, they gonna pay him the money.
million. Who we finna get? Now I put in my application
You put in yours
about 2 weeks ago. Maybe see down
What
there.
about the coach, the former coach over at Catholic? You went back to back.
I'm trying to get to the big league.
Okay.
Now shout out to Catholic. Nothing wrong with it. Shout out to Catholic, but I'm trying to get to the big leagues. I'm trying to get this money young.
I hear you.
I know Catholic got some money, but if y'all need somebody, give me a call. I put my email at the bottom of the description. But no, I believe this is gonna be a close game. I'm gonna say 27-14, Alabama. I don't want to say Alabama. 27-14.
I'm gonna give you 34-14, Alabama.
27-14. Now I called the Morehouse game over Tuskegee. They didn't want to believe me. 27-14, Alabama. But if Auburn stays disciplined in their offensive game and not get rattled by Alabama's defense, we may get 21 points.
Look, anything can happen in Jordan. We have seen that for sure. We have seen the ghosts and the spirits there do a whole lot of crazy things.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't think this is the year. I don't think this is the year for it. I think this is the year that Alabama makes a statement, the board makes a statement, and look, at that point we ready to ride to the SEC championship and the college football playoff. Now, it would help if we could get 25 yards rushing. That might help a little bit, but outside of that, that's what we're getting ready to go. And I'm going to go ahead and tell you, I want to see Indiana. I want to see Ohio State. I want to see the best that the Big Ten has to offer.
You said Indiana
and Ohio State. That's what I want Alabama to play. That's what I want to play.
Not a factor. I'm not even an Alabama fan. Not a factor. Not a factor.
Who you want to see play? Oregon, Texas A&M.
I'm be honest with you. Texas A&M, I would put over both of those teams.
Okay, Texas A&M is playing some ball now.
I believe they could make the national championship.
Okay, I can buy that.
And knock out Alabama.
And what?
He did one of my moments. He switched up real quick. I don't believe Alabama's going to make it to the national championship. Y'all can say what y'all want to in the compliments. She just wrapped me up. Hey, I don't believe they'll make it. I believe Ohio State and Texas A&M could possibly make the national championship.
No.
Really? You said they're so dice.
We getting back on track. FSU was a blip. We seen where their season has gone since that first game. Seen where Bama's season has gone. This is where we headed.
I don't want Bama to win. I said what I said with my chest, with scripture on it. This is the Mayor's Take. Mayor Stephen Reed, as always, an honor and a pleasure. Thanksgiving. I heard you having gumbo. Bring me a bowl or a plate. Like, how long does gumbo last? Like after 2 days?
Oh man, them folks be eating that gumbo for another week.
Okay,
at least.
Following Tuesday, I need a bowl.
All right, we'll get
I don't
get
need
a
a lot
bowl.
of rice, but I just want the
Little melatonin, little oyster dressing.
Not the oysters.
No, you don't want the oyster dressing?
I had mussels for the first time, and I didn't know what to do with it.
Okay.
I got scared.
All right. We'll stick with gumbo then.
Give me some gumbo.
Stick with gumbo.
I hope
little bread pudding with a little rum sauce. The little rum sauce, they actually put real rum in now.
Really?
It's gonna put you to sleep later on.
Is it
You're
the
not
sugar
gonna make,
or the rum?
It's the rum. Yeah, they're from New Orleans. They wake up with alcohol. I think alcohol is in their blood.
Really?
Like literally, I think it's in their blood. They wake up with something.
Oh my goodness! Do they put it? Have you seen people put the alcohol in the coffee?
Everything. Tea, coffee, water. How you put it in water?
That might be moonshine. For real. That might be some moonshine.
Hey.
I hope you have an amazing Thanksgiving this upcoming season. Be safe.
Likewise.
Don't eat too much.
The gobble wobble on Friday. So if I eat too
the
much, I come
5K.
out.
Yes,
I come out on Friday morning downtown Montgomery.
Come on,
we come on downtown Montgomery, 8 o'clock. Gobble wobble 5K. You run what you can. You wobble the rest. That you can't.
Hold on, like we gotta run the whole time.
No, I'm not gonna run the whole time.
Okay.
So let me go ahead and tell you again. I'm gonna go ahead and give you. Speak truth. I'm not running the whole time. Y'all do what you want. And you know what? Y'all folks who try to run up that hill, right on up.
Right.
I'm gonna let that second hill catch you. As soon as you try to get right on up Whole Street, we're gonna see how you take that hill right there.
5K.
That's right.
Saturday.
Yeah.
8 o'clock in the morning.
8 o'clock in the morning.
I'm gonna be there by 9:15. I'll be there by 9:15.
Look, don't try to sneak out the parking deck, then come with your little number on like you've been running the whole time.
Well, I'm gonna get a number, go down to Waffle House down the street, give me something to eat.
And then you gonna run out the parking deck.
Right. Hey, everybody. Everybody gonna be looking at me like, y'all all right?
Right. Be like that dude's on the scooter that time. On the little, y'all got our scooters taken. That's gonna be for the next mayor's take. How y'all get our scooters taken?
Did you see how they be riding those scooters?
Oh, absolutely.
They be weaving them. Now I ain't gonna lie, I rode one a few times. Once they get up in speed, it's like you on a motor. It's an adrenaline rush.
Look, listen, it can be an adrenaline rush. Let me tell you, it's not gonna be no blood rush. My blood hitting that concrete. I'm scared, so I slow down. But yeah, we've had a whole lot of everything. Gobble Wobble Friday after Thanksgiving.
There you go.
Turkey Day Classic, Turkey Day Parade.
Right.
All this between now and then. Great time to be in the city. We're gonna have a great time.
I'm gonna show up. I think I'm gonna go. I'm not gonna run. I'm gonna support. I'm gonna be the one to hold the water on the side. Y'all need some. Y'all the volunteers that need to deliver Listerine cups or water. When I see you come, here you go. I told you I'm gonna be here. I'm going to Waffle House.
There you go.
Man, have a happy, safe holidays. The Gobble Walk, the Friday after Thanksgiving, 8 o'clock, downtown Montgomery. Be there. I'll be there about 9 o'clock, 9:15.
9 o'clock now.
I'm gonna be a little bit late, and then I'm gonna walk.
Sign up for the Gobble Wobble, y'all. Sign up for it.
Montgomery, MGM.
That's right.
Okay, MGM online. It's a pleasure. This is the Mayor's Take, the Honorable Stephen L. Reed. Hey, shout out to the bros one good time.
That's what's up. Happy Founders Day.
Happy Founders. Well, ain't no, my bad. Y'all have a great day.
He get ready, y'all. He over there.
Don't tell nobody that. Don't tell nobody that.